Welcome to Pirate Radio Broadcast, Sword and Shield Nara Productions, an Alien Children's Anthology episode. Welcome to Madden 26. I'm fast talking Eddie, Mr. Pete, bringing you visual play-by-play. I got my co-host here, HT Bum. How you doing? I just woke up a while ago. That's good to know. It's good to wake up these days. Slando Gomez. Hey, how you doing, you? I brought some menudo from Nana. Menudo? 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 Grandpa? I'm here. Bobby J? Hey. His usual annoying self. And also on the sidelines, we're gonna have Georgia Skeleton, Roxanne Winters, Charlene Pinky Goober, and the whole cast and crew. So let's get on with the Miami Dolphins versus the Chicago Bears.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
Oh, what a jerk. Mike McDaniel. For the upgrades, Chubb, Eskridge, Butler, Armstrong, and Smith get the propers. Congratulations. The Chicago Bears. Let's take a look at what's going on over here with these guys.
The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There's a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come. Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
Sorry. The old geezer has lots of air coming out of the butt and the mouth. We got two free agents picked up. Stealth Aliens Joshua and Stealth Aliens Rachel in the secondary. In the meantime, Jonah Jackson and Amen. Amen, baby. Amen, brother. Get the upgrades. So let's get on with the game. The Bears and the Dolphins.
Preseason matchup on top between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Alongside Brock here, I'm Kate Stout. And finally, Brock, finally, we can say it. Football is back. Don't look at that. We can practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, Mark. For a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. It's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. It's also the time you're looking for roster spots to start shaping your roster for week number 1.
Out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. Now we led out by last year's number 1 overall pick, Gronk. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kane, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses, but I know Chicago wants more this year. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
At the gun, here's Williams. Goes back to his right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
That's his man, Connor Dutton. He's going to get to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be first down Bears.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth, when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it, or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time Kenny did a terrific job.
And we'll stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Numbers pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points.
Looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Stick it in the air. It's Williams. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll be first down Chicago.
This QB's maybe look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Williams on first down. On the move, head right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. QB yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really struggled.
That pushes him back. Third down coming up.
What we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Defensively from the Dolphins here on this third down. Inside handoff to Swift. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I gotta really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And this one is good. Looked a little far to the right, but the outright provided a nice little assist there. Game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Okay, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team. Amen. Thank you.
With an interception. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears are finally stuck on the return. They'll still take over on the edge of the red zone.
Sabbath McKenzie, a former junior high school rival of HT down in Iowa. Makes me feel good to see him get intercepted. Does it? It makes me feel good. Does it? Yes. Does it? I said yes. Does it? Let's just get back to the game, okay? Sheesh. Does it? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Sound like Candace Owens? Candace Owens. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it.
Over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
Now, I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. First down, Williams to throw. That's him off quick here. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call pretty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
To throw is Williams. Nothing doing there. Was the second down pass falls incomplete.
And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages. He could do it right there.
Third down, here's Williams. Rushed out of the pocket. He's caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pick it up and get points on the ensuing drive.
First thing that you do to get to the NFL level, you have to earlier, is just scan those safeties. It's like a sit out or two up. Is that what's going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Santos on to add the PAT. Extra points at right down the middle. The Bears go up 10-zip. Here's the first. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop. The quarterbacks that are the best in this league flush, no matter what the circumstances are. But especially the negative ones, you flush them away and you go persevere.
A motion to Waddle over left. Get the fullback involved here. Need to get back to the line on that first down.
I think that's the amount that they were looking for in that kick. And will lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Aggressive call on second.
Run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. He's got to throw this one. They come with a sack to bring her on third down.
They were in our defensive meetings this week. That's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down.
Let's go now. 60, go.
Third and long for him here. It's caught offside right here. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's plays like that, I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got on the foot to see what's going on in the field. Not just see it, but attack it. They devoured that screen game on third down.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. On the return for the Bears, Devin Duvernay. He's brought down before the return gets long. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working from the gun, Williams. He rolls to his right. Great defensive play. Johnny loose, incomplete.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality. And that was an incompletion.
Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? This time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times can't get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time with him. Watch his left-hand receiver again tonight.
Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down Bears.
First down. First and 10 at the
And it's Williams. Eyes time, rolling right. Check down into the hands of Swift. And he'll be taken down until he reaches that 35-yard line. With a 13 on that play. And that'll be first down Chicago.
first down. First and 10.
Here's Williams again. That's the pass line. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down.
It's up second and 8 at the Dolphins' 42-yard line.
To the air yet again. Williams. Chased out to his right. And again, an interception is dropped. It's a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, Hunter? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. To the air on third and long. And all of a sudden, stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take it beyond their own 40. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. It's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10. They'll throw this from the gun. That's incomplete left side. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And it sets up second down. He already has himself one interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
To the air they go on second down. Now here he goes. He's taken down not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. This time they're going to get to it. He goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. Throw it. That's caught. Devontae Chin. And the defense waiting for him in the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. He gets his offense in better field position here to start up close to the 30. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game too. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Man, it's Colston Loveland. He's going to have his up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. So first and downs now from the 39. Williams to throw on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. Big strike here in the world. He's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. Making touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. In the red zone, on first. First down to his right. The pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Williams from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking on the direction of DJ Moore. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Now throw, 3rd and long. This is man, it's a Dunze. And he's tackling after gaining a handful.
You can earn money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field and keep it short like that, I promise you, some money will follow.
9-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. No better way to feel good. Get into that rhythm. Start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami offense headed out there now. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Complete fake, short throw. Nice work from the defense to start this drive. It's a sack on the first play.
Beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself in a rhythm, get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It was 2nd down and 18. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here begins the blitz. Yes, sir, they're going to get to him. They're going to get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
send this one forward. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down in return. But the Bears back down on offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. First down, Williams. Quick there, they bring it to the 2. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's in the commanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Now Williams. To the middle. Kick up to the 41. It's Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Gotta figure out this third down here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Throwing this one deep across the field. They really look for it on third down. Didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sign of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Stop the drive, Richard. Initial tackle, stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick, they're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And just get the play off. He's got a man left. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. That's the end of one here. The scoreboard reads 13-0. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment.
Take a look at the changing of the guard. Quarterback. Case Keenum will go in there, Chicago. And Zach Wilson taking over from poor Sal McKenzie, who has had nothing but misery. He has been brutalized chingazos. Right, Slam Dunk? Right, man. He's got, he's been getting chingazos. Every time he gets the ball, chingazos. Every time he snaps, chingazos. Every time he wakes up in the morning, chingazos. Every time he puts his bed so he can sleep, chingazos. Nothing but chingazos, chingazos, chingazos. Órale, vato. His whole life is a chingazo. Let's get back to the game.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. action now. Wilson. Defender arrives wide as the ball comes, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute, and will continue to do so.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Wilson now from the gun. That's him on a quick hitter. And he'll be taken down after advancing this to the 37. Bears in the nickel, third down. Once more, it's Wilson. That's a caught. He's got Washington. Stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield track. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
I may love watching a great game, but I love watching a well-run up 2 game. Maybe they got Nick and tried to stack them all in to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work. Help reset those chains.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Now Jalen White gets it for the first time. Let's push straight ahead. That's maybe a yard at most. Ruben Hipple at the second. Able to bring him down.
Hey, that's a run or toe hop on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that. Softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short pass, Bryant. And he's going to get persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 40-yard line.
On the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Play action, it's Wilson. This time they're going to get to it. Looking to have that space, he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
He's already looking a good bit tougher here. It is second and 17 after the sack. Wilson looking to throw. It's not missing Jalen White. This is only going to be a small game to the 42. Von Dexter escorting them to the ground.
That's a defensive goal. That can just get us to the third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And it was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here. Third down. Running back sets in motion. Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Bears bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Chicago getting set to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. First and 10.
can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Prior to first down, they decided to call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First down from the 41. They're going for the action. Makes the break go back to the side. Position at 25 before being brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be first down Chicago. Rolling off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Now inside, get to Johnson. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. So much to like about that run, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker. I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Santos' kick is good. And that puts it to their score.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as I'd like 6 points to end drive at 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
Not bad. I mean, if you ask someone who just got off the street and said, what's going on in that stadium? And he goes in there and he says, wow, not bad. Tyson Bagent will be going in there later. Not right now, but later. Alligator.
disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Here we go with Johnson. The defense escapes. And a nice run. The defense gets out the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Wilson now off the play action. To the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw. It's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. The completion is still pretty good for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Hits him on the inbound. And he gets out close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them, they can look oh so easy.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now a run with Rice. He'll get them in this 1st down.
Win the early battles. Get a little leverage. No man wins off the line. That's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
What can we have to talk about is open field and special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By getting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. On the red zone now. Caught just shy of the line. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins down by only 2 in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Let's see what Wilson has planned here. 2-point try coming up.
The Dolphins are winning.
Oh, they're nothing. They'll run it. He's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They took their shot at the time. They'll need to manufacture another score. The time remaining now is that 2-point try unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
Down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. Offense in the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Pages. Finds him over the middle. They will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. He gained 11 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Watson gets out 1st and 10. Big inside the 40. This is all the way to the 13-yard line.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of force needed to finish it off. Don't be surprised
10 inside the red zone.
Here we go, set, go!
They go counter, it's Johnson. And they try to power it forward, probably a couple of yards there.
No springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run, or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter.
Unable to get away from that tempo. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
A gain of a yard brings up
Third down, they need 7. Here's Pages. Escapes the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Field goal of 27 yards.
For it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that making field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense can have clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Wright running out of the gun. This right effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 27 on the play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
That is textbook RPO right there, okay? Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, they flex right back. No gain. Second down coming up.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees a defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. On play action now, Wilson. Left side, up on Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. And both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Tight end, motioning right. Wilson out of the pistol. This time they're going to get to it. That's the case. He goes down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the center.
And this has been flawless, really, from every side. Okay? In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'm calling about the 12-yard line. The Bears about set for their next possession. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Pages. That's him on a quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
kick into the air here. Complete out to the right side. And he short the first after a power game. Not 6. This is 35.
Brings up third and 5.
Now Pages. That's away for the pass rush. Hennessy Flores leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He has it at the 22. He's brought down because the return gets caught. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Running right. Here's Wright. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you were short memories. You tell me there's two defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's getting close, so they're going to take him down. Second straight play block. They're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. Big game downfield. There it is. Touchdown Miami. The Dolphins take a 4-quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Let's see what Wilson has planned here. 2-point try coming up.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2, so they're late here late.
22. Bears 19.
Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion. Brock, their lead now up to 3. A field goal will only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces the field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. It puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense, they can deliver in the clutch.
The Bears and Rashawn Johnson making their way out now. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action.
Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He was getting hit, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Let's go. To throw, here's Bajan. It's in your goal. They dropped it on the punt. Hicks dropped on back-to-back plays from. Does force a 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Here we go, shot! 60 equal, 60 equal!
Desperation time here on 4th. They don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Oh my gosh.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And they're off to a good start in the preseason. Brock's seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Chicago.
Stealth Alien Rachel, Stealth Alien Joshua, and Hicks. Get the upgrades. And for Miami, Chuck Robinson, who the head coach had no faith in or confidence, who just gave him a thumbs down, a vote of no confidence, and said, go sit on the bench. I don't even want to deal with you. I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to look at you. Go get me my popcorn. Get me my drinks. Just be quiet and don't say nothing. And Washington, Chop Robinson gets the upgrades and says to the head coach, screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Okay, we heard you. Yeah, I'm telling you. What's going on? We just got word that the head coach of the Miami Dolphins is being fired. Fired. Damn. Okay. Are you sure about that? Yes. He's being fired. He's being terminated. He's being given the exit. They're telling him, get the hell out of Dodge. Okay. Roxanne Winters is replacing the head coach. So the new interim coach is Roxanne Winters, who went to high school in Iowa with HT and Sarah McKenzie. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Welcome to the jungle.
The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise, in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
See how long she lasts. Well, this has been Pirate Radio Broadcast. I'm Fast Talking 80, Mr. Pete. Hope you have enjoyed Madden 26, where finally somebody in Miami who was the head coach was given the door. They opened it and said, let me, don't hit yourself out while you're going out. Good night, people.